let me not start by asking you about the budget. Let me ask you just about Bajaj Auto and just how the past 9 months have been for you and how are things looking now?
Sure, Vasu. I mean, it's been a difficult time, obviously, for us. We are no exception, as has been the case with everyone. But I think, in a word, what has helped us weather this storm better than most, perhaps, is simply our strategy, which has been a strategy of being a global manufacturer. Before this pandemic, about half of all our sales came from overseas markets. Last month, for example, that is up to about 60%, I believe. So wow. In a word, being global has helped us de-risk our business, and therefore, in terms of exports, we've done very well.
This is something, Rajiv, you said you had already put this strategy into place even before the pandemic. That 50-60% of your sales were overseas.
Sure. I mean, this is something we have pursued for the last 15 years because you don't go from being a domestic player to being a global player overnight. The best marketing advice I ever received from my marketing guru, Jack Trout, was when in trouble, narrow your focus. So what we did 15 years back is in our quest for being a global motorcycle manufacturer, we narrowed our focus to just motorcycles.
Right.
And that is when we famously sacrificed or made the sacrifice of our scooter portfolio so that we would do one thing, but we would do it better than anyone else in the world. And I think that more than anything else has helped us be resilient.
But tell me about domestic sales, because I remember listening to you in your interviews towards the end of the year in the festive season, where you said it was a pretty bleak festive season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In India, is that so? So how bad was that, and how are things now with the domestic sales?
Well, I think first we must acknowledge that even the year before this year, was a negative year for the auto industry, and whether it was two-wheelers, four-wheelers, etc. So already, as a base, we have a weak year for reference. And on top of that, not helped by COVID and not helped by the lockdown, because for me, COVID and lockdown are not necessarily one and the same thing. The latter is more self-inflicted. The former is perhaps fait accompli. So that made us move from a bad year to a worse year. And even today, I mean, I do hear contrary remarks that, there is traction in demand, it's picking up, etc. And the couple of points I would make is, one, I'm not speaking on behalf of the car industry because, that's a different industry, and their fortunes may have panned out differently. But ours is the customer that got laid off. Ours is the customer that was whose salaries were paid back. Ours is the customer who was put out on the roads walking back hundreds of kilometers, and that customer has certainly been impacted. Now, the second comment I would make is that there are some companies that have taken longer since July, since the unlock started, to get their supply chain going. They could not fulfill demand then, and therefore they are looking a little better right now. There are other companies who were quick off the block at that time and who may have kind of flattened out at present. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you look at the overall 7-8 month period, you will find that the current year in some months is on par with the last year, and in some months is actually there is still degrowth.